Face it out, crack it up.
Oh, there we go. We're live. Woo, push that button. Three's a charm. Three's a charm.
Holy crap.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Landmark, episode 35. We're just jamming on this stuff.
Barring technical difficulties.
Just a little bit.
Awesome. Man, wow. Lots happening in Landmark in the last, let's say, how long since the last show, Tinma? 6 days?
Yeah, something like that.
Roared in.
Wow.
It's going all okay.
Yeah, it did.
Let's see.
What?
We're in a lull right now, but that's okay.
I need a box.
It's going to be fixed soon.
Yeah.
The lull shall be rectified.
There we go. Wow.
Car, we're not early. We're 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
But I guess it is early because it's
I
usually
see
10
Oral
minutes late.
B on the screen. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
It's like, what the heck?
Hey, Gio, that's mine. They get like from here up.
Huh? Louder?
No, just my picture.
You see, and look. She's kind of like complaining about it now.
Fine. I'll sit like this and no one can see anything.
Exactly.
Her head.
I'll figure that out, right?
Somebody's head is commenting today.
Who knows? Don't
There
even,
we go. There we go. Let's see.
This is not TeamSpeak. Don't go there.
You'll have to maybe point your camera up a little bit. There you go. All right. We're good. Well, so, man, there's so much going on in the last 6 days. Lots to talk about. We missed our show yesterday because Wally here only had 2 hours of sleep. I got 4 this time. So a title of our show, My Voxel for a Horse. Man, there's My Kingdom for a Horse. Speaking of kingdoms, there's been some heated discussions on the forums that just kind of break down into a big heated discussion about business. And, some people that that are friends of mine, the people that I like, have been banned from the forums. I don't know if it's temporarily or permanently, but for getting a little too heated on the discussions. Getting passionate and it happens. We're all human. But I just wanted to say real quickly, because I don't want to make this the topic of the show, but for those heated discussions, don't have them on a corporate website somewhere, like the Landmark forums. If you want to really get into it, take them over to Reddit. There's a place for Landmark discussion over there, and sky's the limit. You guys can, talk about whatever you want to say and not get your, self-banned from the Landmark forums.
Yeah, until you get banned from Reddit.
But great intellectual debate that goes on. And so many of the people that play this game are so passionate. They're passionate about Landmark. They get passionate about their ideas or their insights for how they think things should be run and all this stuff.
But the main thing is it's derailing the productive discussion. And
yes, thank you.
How we can fix what we have and those kind of things. And I don't know. I got banned too, so I can't say a whole lot.
Well, hopefully, Phantom X is going to make this the topic of his show for this Friday. So,
we'll the way I look at it is like this. It's like I was talking about it in TeamSpeak. I was like, if you actually want them to listen to you, you actually go up to them and be like, hey, I have a problem. This is the problem. And this is what I think could be a solution.
And that's what you did with your post.
If you treat things just like that and say it just like that, instead of this crap's broke and you need to and fix it, and I'm going to tear some bodies
but how often
bags off or something.
Well, how often do you have to post something the first way? Because I've posted multiple times about the same issue.
Let me finish. I ain't finished yet. But the two different ways of approaching getting the problem out there, the possible solutions, versus the nice way and the bad way. Which one's going to get you banned? I mean, think about it. Which one is going to start a
So,
discussion
just-
on a solution?
Just so everybody knows, on the Landmark forums, you can attack somebody else's position with your own ideas, but you cannot attack the person. Even
Exactly.
subtly. Wow. If you get a little fired up, too fired up, and you want to say, I just think you're stupid. I can't say that. Can't say, but you can debate their idea, their position. But wow, so be careful out there. Don't get yourselves banned. And like Lousy said, man, keep this, keep it productive. Keep it productive. Tinma put out a post on the forums a while back. It was about the UI, some UI recommendations, and he did a full-scale mock-up of his suggestions to make his point. Now, for those of us who are not so graphically inclined, you know what? Will work just as well.
Paint.
Get a piece of paper and a pencil and draw out your idea. Take a picture of it with your camera, and then put that up on the forums. That's just as good. Just
No,
as
You've
good.
never seen me draw, have you?
Yeah. and if I thought that it would make them do something on the forums, that would be a place to put it, but they won't. I've put a lot of feedback on the forums that has gone months and months with no responses. Back when there used to be a bug report forum, people would put their bug reports in there, and they didn't do anything about them.
That was on the old forums back when we had more things. Now we've got like 6 things, and 3 of them we really can't talk into.
Yep.
Well,
Or it might be more than that.
The biggest thing is presentation and how you put it out to people.
and you got to understand one really critical detail, and that is they have less staff, and they've got to do more now with less. And so just keep that in mind. Help facilitate that. Oh man, Tinma. Wow. So they hired somebody new as a consultant over there for the Taka stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Gensan.
yeah, contract.
Gensan got hired, and
That's
I
what
am
they-
happy for it. I am totally happy for him.
Well, we did the show on your channel. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I looked at the camera and said, just hire this guy.
And they did.
Well, we've been saying that for forever.
For long-
months.
And
For
I've been
years.
complaining for forever that they've been using his stuff, which is a player. He's using his stuff as the guideline for everybody without anybody else having any input.
Well, look,
But now it turns the tables because it puts him into a developer side of things. Now they still have to come to us to be like, no, that looks like crap. Okay? So
well, look, I want to salute them. Daybreak,
Yeah.
great choice. Wow,
Fantastic
thank you.
move.
That is.
I'm thrilled for Gensan.
Yeah,
I'm totally
Now-
thrilled for Genshot. That's a great opportunity. I mean, that's what he did before. He worked for another company prior.
That dude is insanely talented. As are a lot of the crew from his guild. But wow, Jinsan, he was putting out a new drawing, a new painting, like every day. Wow, who can do that? I know.
Well, he does it in speed drawing within Illustrator. You know,
It's just crazy cool.
layer.
It's awesome though.
Some are just a little bit faster than others. I'm not quite that fast.
It's good
Some
stuff.
of our joints
Well,
ache.
Congratulations to Jinsan. The heart of the show today, man, we got a lot of stuff. There's an update coming out. When, Tinma?
Tomorrow. Sorry.
Wow.
There is a patch or a
Much
hot
better
fix
looking.
tomorrow. It's not a patch because if it was a patch, they would have to do a
They'd have to do a Let's
Yeah.
Talk. I mean, they did it again. They'd have to do a Landmark Live.
They would have to do a Landmark Live if it was a patch. So they're just calling this one a hot fix. But apparently there are. Let's see, what was the listing on that? They had a few things that they had listed over on Twitter that was a part of that fix, and one of them is problems with the pasting.
There.
Got a fix for pasting a shape around another shape.
Oh,
coming
that's
soon.
See, but that may or may not be tomorrow. That may the one that I'm hoping that they're fixing is the one Candela was posting about with
Yeah, I was just
issues
going to
with
ask.
the paste with air,
That's the one.
Hmm.
or
I hope that's the one
other things like
Yeah, where the air was showing up as a solid.
Yeah.
That makes it very difficult to try to line something up. It really does.
Just a little bit. And Domino did post that it's just going to be a little patch, but they've got bug fixes they didn't think we'd want to wait for.
Is
That's
that
good.
on Twitter or in the forums?
That's in the forums. It's right below the original
Can you
post.
drop that link if you haven't already? Thank you. Everyone, go catch it. Go catch. I think Tina's got it.
It's just the notice that they're having the update tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
And then her
10
next
a.m.
4 in there. She posted that.
So before we get on to my Voxel for a horse, Tima, you got a Voxel you want to get on?
I was an orc in World of Warcraft. I was an orc, and honestly, the one thing that I flew probably more than anything was my frost dragon. I'd love to have a frost dragon and be able to fly. And aside from that, probably a T-Rex.
Had a feeling.
With
wings.
So look, we're getting excited about the idea of mounts.
A Pegarex.
Lousy built this hermit crab. You guys, if you haven't seen it, it's freaking amazing. He made it all out of props, so he just placed it anywhere and you can see it. I want that. I want to ride that thing. I want a seat. Yeah. I want a chair on that. I want to drive that around Landmark, man. That thing is badass.
A chair you can use a sit mode on.
Oh my god.
That looked really cool.
And how those emotes, man. Is everybody having fun with those things?
Yeah, they're really neat. It's about time.
The only thing I'm honestly, that group of emotes, phenomenal. Big boost in what we can do as for making like machinima and stuff like that. The only thing we're missing now is the macro editor. That's it. We get that, we can like full blown, be able to script stuff out, which would be awesome.
Would that be just a pure UI task, or do you guys think that it's going to require some software coding?
There's coding behind that.
Well, there's a little bit of coding behind that. I mean, it's not like you're using a lot of graphics. Most of it's all like text-based type interaction. If this particular text shows up, play this emote. If this shows up, play this emote. And then you have like wait timers, which honestly, I don't think it's a really big code job. It's just you're interacting with other systems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but macro, wow, we need that, man.
That has to be tested.
Need that, yes.
Yep.
Trelawney says, I would like more, and I read that as, I won't tell you how I read it, more unconventional mounts. I was thinking controversial mounts. I'm like, oh God, no. What about snakes?
It's a daytime show, Gio.
Giant praying mantis, yeah. Folks, if you got some ideas, serious ideas for a mount that you would love to have in the game, even if you think it might be silly, go ahead and put it here because they'll see it. I'll see it in the chat. Mounts would just be so much fun. That might be a long way down the road. But
Wolf. I love that thing.
Have you played EverQuest or EverQuest 2? Man, these mounts just rock. Even WoW, the mounts there are phenomenal. So that would just be some fun stuff.
Well, an eagle mount, Zach said. That'd be cool.
Like Evercast had said, a riding drill mount, like a big pulverizer machine that you can sit in.
Oh yeah, like in Lego Worlds. It's got one of those. My son got one. He's driving through a mountain. I'm like, oh my God, I need that. Holy crap. Big time.
I want to ride my pulverizer mount to the center of the earth.
There's a lot of mechs. There's a lot of mechs that were made for the movie that I wouldn't mind having as a mount. There's a bunch.
the cars that Spider Oz is building.
Oh my gosh! Wow, guys, if you haven't been over to Spider Oz's claim, you got to go see what he's doing. He built a factory, a carriage factory, got an assembly
amazing.
line and everything. Yeah, it was fun.
I-
Obi-Wan, I didn't know God was going to be here today.
Is that a beard joke?
Yeah, I assume so.
Oh, there you go,
That's
Gemma.
Zeus. Get it
We're talking
right.
about
That's
the hoverboard
Zeus.
mount. You're talking about a hoverboard mount that skims over the surface, like you. What
Oh,
you do
that's
with
DCUO right there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get a
want-
chance to play that thing.
I want a potion that transforms me into a bird. Damn it!
I'm trying to
That
find
could be
this.
interesting.
Trying to find
Exactly.
this. Really,
Well, we know that's something we talked about on the show today. Is we're talking about lighting in the biomes, and they fixed the I feel blue problem. It's still showing up in a couple of places, but wow, it's a hell of a lot better. And we also got an LOD tweak, which we were able to notice
Yeah.
a measurable improvement.
big
Thank
difference.
you, thank you.
for some reason, I had Elvis pop in my head.
And Elvis.
One.
I feel so blue.
Yeah, it's blue.
Without
It's blue
you.
Christmas. I'll have a
Well-
blue.
Well, today I came to the conclusion that I like the neutral lighting, just the regular lighting. And if we want to see the game differently, if we want different lighting, give us goggles, give us tinted goggles that we can put on our character, and that's a great.
Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree.
Well, Bob Dobb mentioned that while we were talking about that topic. Bob Dobb mentioned that goggles to change the way you see the game. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be a great way to
Goggles,
handle
yeah.
it because I like the nice, even natural light, and that might resolve some of this weird, wacky biome shifting stuff thingy that we have to deal with.
See, okay,
Just an idea.
I finally
Just
found
throwing it out there.
I
I want
finally
a
found
time
it.
shifter. I can change.
What'd you find?
This was my mount when I was in World of Warcraft. That's the one that I used the most.
Oh, that is cool.
Give us one.
Okay, that would be really cool.
Well, has anyone played Dragon's Prophet? Another Daybreak game.
The heck?
I haven't. That's the only Daybreak game that I have not played yet.
Oh, dude, I beta tested that one. What a great game! And from the SOE loot card, you get one of the EQ dragons. Which dragon is that? Is it?
There's a whole bunch.
Oh no, there's one of the famous
color?
EQ dragons. Oh god, white.
Vox.
Vox. Yeah, I think you get.
Lady
I think you get Lady Vox as a mount. As a mount. As a dragon, you can fly around.
bet
It'll
megaphone.
help you fight other stuff. Fun game. Yeah, but yeah, we need that. Bring that. Please bring that
Yeah,
to
bring that
Landmark.
here.
Oh my god.
Please.
Holy crap. No, Brinkle says I'm already wearing goggles. Yeah, I need to get a proper set though. I need to get a proper set
man.
for sure.
Let's see. Which do you want to get on to the Terry's thread?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you were the one that brung it up. Go at it.
Well, we pretty much covered it, but there was a post in the forums that kind of got out of control. Several people got banned on it, but it was a post about needing why we need a blueprint, and I'm neutral. I'm neutral on this. A blueprint would be great. All I care about is that these guys have a plan that they're working to, and it sounds like it. And keep us informed. Again, they've got limited. They've got fewer resources than before, and they've got a greater workload. So we just have to be patient. Is I think my best advice on that. But there's a lot in that thread. You're welcome to drop there in the chat.
Wow. I'm going
have
through
to
and actually
find it
reading
again.
some of these posts that I hadn't seen before.
There's a lot there. It's only a couple pages worth of stuff, but
I don't know which one post you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few individuals. You know what I mean?
It got heated. It
Yeah,
got really.
it got really heated,
Yeah.
and look, I love the debates that the community has about everything from business to voxels to game systems. I love the debates, and while our show is not about that kind of stuff, it's topical because people that do have a lot to say, a lot of constructive stuff to say, are getting themselves banned in the forums for getting just a little too heated. They as soon as you attack the person and instead of the idea,
Or
you
if you
You cross
or
the
if you
line.
become non-productive and also troll and try and get attention and in a bad way.
There's way too many of them.
Oh yeah,
Way
It's
too many
troll.
of them.
Troll.
So I'm saying to those folks who got banned, we need you. We need your input. Wow, who did we lose?
You.
You?
Me.
On your picture.
God,
Yeah, your
What the
your
heck?
video.
my
counts,
my
too.
camera just died. Oh my God, really?
He was like,
Yeah.
"Who did we lose?
It's-
You?"
It was not me. I saw a
I
Geo
didn't
picture.
click a single thing, man. My camera just stopped working. That is just not fair.
And now
There we
all
go.
So
our
So
Gio doesn't have to get up
pictures
and
Wait a
walk
minute,
away.
let me-
He just removed his picture.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Jeez, that was crazy.
I'm in a little
Fade that
hole
in.
now. Hi guys, I'm Geo.
No.
We're back. We're back.
Wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Zach,
the sound
I
is-
read through. I read all of Dig's posts that were visible, and last night it seemed like there might have been more that was visible than today. I don't know, but I did see where he overstepped this much, but still, you overstep, you cross that line, and we need his input. I mean, for God's sake, Diggs was a game developer. He is a game developer, and we need his critical thought in the discussions that we have on the forums and stuff. So, so when we're discussing things that are not actual gameplay, game development, gameplay related, like arguing over business decisions and stuff like that, man, I don't know, take those things over to Reddit or someplace to debate those things. They're great discussions, but they detract from the limited
Reddit, you ain't gonna
resources
get
we can have.
moderated like you do on the forums.
Yeah. Well, the forums. Who was it? Ferd. Ferd mentioned it when we were chatting in TeamSpeak earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's look, it's a corporate. The forums.
Besides,
Daybreak
nobody
forums, Lamar forums.
Nobody
Oh,
uses
that's
Reddit,
Reddit.
so
Yeah.
go ahead, go over there and rant all you want.
The biggest thing to me
Dexella
is
posts
at your age.
announcements.
This isn't grammar school.
Well,
Some of us are really 9. Remember that.
I'm about to be. I got a birthday coming up. I'll be 9. I'll be 9 very soon. Trying to catch up with my son.
I'm going to be 5 soon. If you add the numbers together, I'm going to be 5.
About the biggest thing you could take from this is, yeah, don't attack nobody because
Yeah.
you're gonna get banned.
Debate the ideas, the theories, whatever. Leave the people behind it out of it.
Yeah.
It's a simple rule.
Because no matter how vocal you are or aren't, if you've got some analytical, critical thought and comments to share in the discussions, we need it. Just don't get yourself banned. We need everybody in this thing. So hopefully these folks will be back soon. But the customer service folks that have to take care of unbanning, and only customer service can do that. Yeah,
Well,
they're overwhelmed already. So
I mean, you can approach a situation in different ways. Me myself, if you attack me, I'm just not going to respond to you because that's what you're after. That's my way of dealing with it. I'd rather surround myself with positive people than to sit there and deal with negative people.
Yeah.
And I just cut them off. boom, you're not a part of me, my group. I mean, I'd rather have positive people that can give honest critique and honest feedback without attacking somebody in the process.
There
And
was
honestly, everybody should be like that anyway.
Yeah.
Now, there was another thread out there about someone was just getting frustrated and said they're uninstalling Landmark, and that is it's an interesting thread. Just it's a head shaker.
I like the first reply. The first reply, which was freaking awesome. That was the best reply ever.
Yeah, along that lines. Can you please delete your claims before you uninstall Landmark?
Yeah.
And then someone replied after that, and let us know where those claims were.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby Bite. Awesome feedback on that one. That was great.
Look, we all understand it. The reason these discussions are happening in the first place is because people are passionate about about Landmark. Landmark is special. It is special in the realm of games because of its potential. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take them a while to fulfill its potential. So be patient. Be patient. We'll get there. Well,
they need us to listen. They need to listen to us. They need us to have dialogues with them and actually work together.
Honestly, I don't blame them one bit for backing off of y'all.
The forum should have been.
With you.
We also need to listen to what they're saying. If they say not right now and we can't, accept it.
Yeah. I mean, no, look, I can understand getting frustrated and uninstalling the game and moving on, going to do something else. Look, there's a whole bunch of us that, look, if you love Landmark, you're really inspired by this thing. Man, we have got a community that is focused on this game, and we are determined we're going to see it through to whatever end may be, and help and give critical feedback and really help make this thing fulfill its potential.
I see. The way I look at it is like this. When I made the post about the UI, I didn't expect it to be this month. I didn't expect it to be the next 2 months. It could be a year from now before any of those changes are implemented. It's the simple fact that I put in my input. Let them pull from it whatever it is that they want to pull from it. And if it happens to make it in the game, it makes it in the game. To sit there and bash an idea just because you think it's different, you can do that. But there's a fine line between, straight out attacking somebody for their ideals and honest feedback. And that's that line that people have a tendency of crossing when they're over on the forums, because they know ain't nobody gonna reach their hand through and slap them. Yeah. If you live next door to me, I would come next door and I would slap you because you're being an idiot. I mean,
and that's just you. Nice
that's
beard.
just me.
Nice beard, by the way, man.
And I'd love to have Emily, do that. Stick her hand right straight through the monitor and go, and then it just disappears. That'd be cool stuff.
All right. Oh, you know what?
Interesting.
I want to segue real quick.
Okay.
This is a technology segue. Did anybody see the HoloLens demo at E3 with Minecraft?
Nope.
You guys seen that video out there? Oh my gosh! Go to YouTube.
Talking about the Microsoft HoloLens?
Yeah, go to YouTube and search Microsoft HoloLens Minecraft. And oh my God, we need this tech for Landmark. It is insane. Oh, dude!
Yeah.
Put the goggles on. They had the game on the table in 3D. It's stunning. It's all my kids can talk about. That is the coolest tech ever.
I felt
they're so into removing any interaction whatsoever.
I'm not a fan of Microsoft. I'm not a fan of Microsoft, sadly.
With that HoloLens, wow, that is cool tech. I cannot wait for that thing to migrate our way.
Can't run that on a calculator.
the way I look at it is you had a small company, which Oculus. It was a smaller company. They came out with a product, and all of a sudden, all these other companies said, "Hey, that's a pretty cool idea. Let's steal it." And that's exactly what it seems like that Microsoft has done.
No, it's not.
Versus
It's
Oculus,
not.
in
Nope,
my
nope,
opinion.
nope, nope,
Then
nope,
you got the
nope,
Morpheus.
Then you don't
It's
understand the difference between the two.
It is still the same principle.
No, it's not. It's the
3D and the glasses.
The
What's
Oculus,
different?
Different.
The Oculus is virtual reality. You put them on, you can't see anything but what's in the glasses. The HoloLens is augmented reality. So you put them on, you see everything. You see your world. Nothing's. You see, I'd see all of this right there. That mess.
I
son's
can't
mess.
see
And-
it.
Stuff added to
yeah,
it.
and
Yeah, your camera's screwed up today.
well,
Yeah.
For us, it
You
is.
shouldn't have touched it.
Oh,
He touched
dude.
the camera.
no,
It looks okay
Oh, yeah,
on your
it
stream.
looks great on the stream.
It looks
Yeah.
like crap
Okay.
for us.
That's crazy. So what it does is it you see your world, and then you can place a video monitor on on a wall, or in this case, you can switch to a 3D view of the application that you're working with on a desktop. on the desktop,
I can
And
make a chessboard and
it is stunning.
actually
Search
play chess.
Google that stuff. Google that.
I'm not
Google
impressed.
Google
Yeah, me
Microsoft HoloLens E3 and look at the demos.
I'd
Well,
rather put my support towards Oculus instead.
Oh, that's
That's just my
but
my thing.
Tim, that's where vomit comes from.
No.
You wear those things, you take them off, and whoa, it's disorienting.
Well, they're still in their early phase. They're still in beta phase for those things right now. They're not even in mass production. I mean, you're buying into a beta
Yeah.
on the
Well,
Oculus.
Dave's passion was for AR.
Mhm.
He had to sign some NDAs, I think, for the demos they got from Microsoft.
Yeah.
It was him
He
and
got Oculus.
Brass.
too.
Yeah,
He got Oculus as well. I remember when we were talking about that. Yeah.
Thanks, Raz.
Yeah, he has an Oculus
Mhm.
for whatever game last thing he was into.
Ooh, Dave?
Yeah, he posted it on Twitter.
Oh,
or
cool.
something.
Oh no, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he
But
finished his.
he likes the AR better,
Yeah. I'm psyched. Really psyched for that.
if I remember correctly. It's been a while.
My son likes it too because then only he can see what he's playing.
I would
Not getting yelled
rather
at by his mom.
I'd rather be in something that immerses me into it than something that it's already around me and then I have to work with it. I'm an immersion
get that.
guy.
Get that?
I want to feel like I'm there and I can interact with things magically or something. I saw a commercial this weekend, and the guy is sitting there, and they're all wearing the Oculus Rifts, and they're like playing war or something. And then all of a sudden, the guy gets up and walks across the game and opens up the microwave and pulls out like a Hot Pocket or something. I don't even remember what the commercial was about, but he opened up the microwave and it was like he was still in the game. He was like dressed in like military fatigues and a gun and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. And then he tackles his friend or something. It was pretty funny.
He had a hard time leaving the game.
Well, not when you got a Hot Pocket. It's not hard.
So what? Guys, any landmark stuff you guys want to talk about?
official trailer for Pixels. No, I don't know.
I
Thought that
mean,
was where we were going.
we're in a lull today for the most part. I mean, there's really not a lot of information being put out, and so far the forums have been kind of stagnant. It's not, I don't know. It's
Well, so they're back to these stealth tweaks, and the big one for me was this. They fixed the blue, that really awful blue screen stuff. The I Feel Blue video that Aliana did was awesome.
Amber Cups.
Yeah, they fixed that, and they implemented this LOD improvement that, wow, made a huge difference. So I'm hoping that we're going to continue to see these, little bit by bit, over the coming weeks for sure. And look, we're getting an update tomorrow. So now, did they say what they're addressing in that update, or is that not going to be posted?
They haven't said yet.
Okay.
Let's hope it's more Ember Cups.
Yeah, Trelawney
yeah.
has a question. Do you think they'll immediately start a new workshop once the talk is done? I believe so.
It sounded like it from their
Pretty
last
much.
Landmark Live. They're rolling right into the next one.
I mean, if you notice that they're given 3 weeks for this competition versus 2 that they've always given us before, which that's a lot of time.
Yeah,
It's
and
a buttload of extra time. And they're
they
talking
showed
about
the first images. They showed the first images like 3 weeks ago too, so it was a longer development time for the builders too. Or not.
all right. So they're giving that extra bit of time. Now, the way I'm kind of looking at it is if their main focus has been shifted over from Landmark over into EverQuest Next, that means one major thing. They're going to need more product to put into the game in a shorter period of time. Thus, they're going to be rolling one workshop to the next workshop to the next workshop so they can get as much content as they possibly can to go get it into place inside of EverQuest Next. Now, they may end up doing that competition all over again later on down the road for the rest of the year. And then they take that content and they look back at what they've already done and go, this is better than that. So let's put that in there, and you're it's kind of like a big table in front of you, and they're picking up and putting down pieces just like this to get this world put in that we're looking for EverQuest Next.
Exactly.
Lousy, you see this question from Trelawnist?
Yeah. Has anyone heard anything about Techish props?
It is there.
They're already in the game.
That's
They're
what
in the
I
game.
thought. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
We don't have them.
There's no more coming. I don't think there's
pretty
any
much-
others that are needed, are there?
Well, no, there's a bunch of stuff that they said that they were going to get us that they never gave us.
Okay.
Yeah.
They said we'd have it by the start of the competition, and it
The
started
only
last
thing
week.
we had was
Yes,
the
they did.
Techish crystals.
We don't have it.
Techish crystals was the only thing we got.
I'm guessing they may have forgotten to push the button.
I still want to point out how much stuff is in that folder that we do not have.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
That is wow. Boy, get a DDS viewer, and
There-
man,
It is a ridiculous number of props
ridiculous. Yeah.
that is in that folder that we have never seen
Yep.
in the
But
game.
why aren't there? There should be Techish doors and Techish lanterns and those kind of things, sort of like we had
It's-
for all of the other workshops.
Yeah, and they said they give us the door with the doorway and everything, and we haven't seen a dang thing.
Nope.
Yeah. And then there was like, well, you can use the one from the keynotes until we get it put into the game. That was the response that we did get.
And it's
And
not like
honestly,
they haven't. God,
That kills the whole entire idea of what they told us that, we'll have it to you before the competition.
but it's not like they haven't noticed how difficult these things are to make, and to
Yeah.
retool everything for them to eventually give us a new door. It's impossible. Absolutely freaking impossible. No one will make the deadline.
Zwanless has a question here. Is it true that Landmark is basically a platform for you players to build EQ's world, or will the new EQ be a voxel world? Are they going to let you add NPCs to your builds to give quests and such? Yes, yes, and yes.
I answered the last one. They said in Landmark Live, not until next year, and that
Yeah.
was very firmly about all
Yep.
of the dungeon mastering tools. Not until next year, and I even answered him in the chat later, Gio. But
Okay.
yeah, it's we're not going to see it this year. It's not coming immediately. No.
Yeah, the dungeon mastering, no, we're not getting that till next year. They announced that last week, yeah. And yes, Landmark is being used by players who are beta testing to create, those that participate, to create game assets for EverQuest Next.
And the coolest thing is that the way they've got it set up is if they use your building inside of EverQuest Next, there'll be like a little placard on the build or the building or whatever, and people can come up there and say, this was made by such and such. And that's how you have your name in the game and they have your asset to be able to use it as part of the creation of their product.
As long as the museum island doesn't crash.
As soon as Tim logs into it.
Yeah, I have a tendency of when I log in there, it boots me, so it's all good. I still blame Pantera for not wearing pants.
Yeah, indeed.
So
That
Yeah.
would crash any island.
that's the way I kind of look at it.
Oh, man. So, real quick about dungeon mastering. EQ2 has a robust dungeon mastering system. And I would think that ultimately they want to have that a system, that kind of capability inside EverQuest Next. And we certainly need that inside Landmark so that we can build adventures that are, whatever we want to build, which is what the game's all about. So those things will happen. Just it's
see,
a lot of engineering.
There's a crap ton of people who are really deep into the lore aspect of EverQuest Next, which EverQuest Next lore is different than the EQ and
EQ2 lore. EQ2 lore is
totally different
than the original EQ. So
all of it's totally different. It uses some aspects of it, but you got to remember this is like 5,000, 10,000 years.
Right.
In a different time frame, so everything has changed. Religions change and all that kind of stuff within the game. So slight little modifications.
Yeah. And they've got a bunch of ebooks too, with all the lore in it, and I highly recommend going to read those. You can find them
they're
over
fantastic.
on the EverQuest Next website.
But you've got a lot of people that have really gotten into this lore, and they're ready to make quests for it. But unfortunately, there are some setbacks, mainly because of limitations of the engine, and they're working towards this big change in the engine that will allow them to do the things that they have been wanting to do. And that is the main reason for the setback. They wanted it this year. It didn't happen because of limitations. I'm cool with that. I can accept it. Landmark is still my primary game that I love, and I will still be playing it.
The dungeon mastering system has got a lot of use. There's a lot of utility they get from that for creating the quests in EverQuest Next, for allowing players to create make their own dungeons, and then of course for us to use that in Landmark to create our own adventures that are sci-fi themed, whatever theme we want, steampunk. It doesn't matter. And that's really what I think. A lot of the people who have gotten frustrated over the last few months they were waiting for that. I'm waiting for that, but I'm here for the long haul. But the dungeon mastering stuff is going to really make a big difference, and it's just gotta wait. It's going to be at least 6 months.
There was one big key thing to take out of the last Landmark Live, and if you remember, Terry said they're working on their third iteration of EverQuest Next, where they tore it all the way down and started from scratch. Yep. 3 times. That is a big undertaking, because when you get to a certain point and you're like, hey, this isn't going to work. We can't do this.
Well, they first announced the name EverQuest Next in 2006. So that's 9 years ago. That's 9 years ago. I'm an MMO, forum writer, ranter for years, and I follow all of the MMOs. So I was excited about it back then. But now, to me, I don't think EverQuest Next is going to be a game for me. It's not. So
I have faith that it will be. Where they're standing with Landmark right now, there's aspects of Landmark that could definitely turn into something
really big.
And I'm not talking about Landmark building stuff.
Well, I think they're more going for the consoles, and that they're going to give us a consoleized version of EverQuest. It's not going to be the EverQuest that we're used to with raids and keyboard combat and the really deep abilities. I think they're trying to dumb it down for the console crowd.
Well, console sales are going down. PCs are going back up. So
I
don't
think
know. We'll
a lot of
see.
that's in large part thanks to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how Twitch is transforming the gaming community.
I
The
mean,
amount of power and reach that it has.
you know, you can go out and spend like $300 or $400 for a console. Then when you get it home, it lasts for about a year or 2 years, and then they come out with something else, and then you have to buy another one. Where a PC, you know, all I got to do is update my graphics card every once in a while at about a quarter of the price, you know.
Yep.
And you know, my PC, I can upgrade it, you know, incrementally over time or whatever, and I have better usage over my PC than I do a freaking console.
Oh yeah.
I'm not an avid console user, but my kids are. we've got a Wii and the Xbox One and a PS4.
Wow.
And yeah, now the PS4. Wow, I can't wait to try PlanetSide 2, which is now out on PS2. I mean PS4.
Yeah. And that was what their company did a lot of this week was PS2, PS4.
Right.
Well,
A lot of PSing.
every time I hear PS, you know, I think PlanetSide. I don't
PMS?
think of
Oh.
you know PlayStation anymore.
I was thinking PMS.
But
Help!
I mean,
Let me out of here.
I think of PlayStation. I mean, you know, instead of PlayStation, I think of, you know, PlanetSide now when I think of PS2.
Did anybody out there get the beta test PlanetSide 2 for the PS4? I missed the window by like that much.
No, I
Busy with this, I didn't get a chance
played the PC beta test. I played the original PlanetSide beta test.
You know, the way that Daybreak has done it is they get it right on PC. They get it right on PC first. Then they push it out to console. Honestly, that is the best way to do it anyway, because you've got plenty of people who will help test the darn thing and give you honest feedback. A console, you ain't getting a lot of feedback except for a bunch of people coming on your forums and just trashing you.
Did you see the PlanetSide 2 on the PS4 at SOE Live? Remember that little room they had? They had a room there with they had
No.
H1Z1 and PlanetSide 2.
I was probably too busy working on something else at that moment in time.
It was fun. It was boy. I'm sorry they're not having a Daybreak Live this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the near future.
Well,
Any word on the fanfare, the player-driven fanfare?
that canceled.
It fell through.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't have enough
There's
people
not enough
that.
donations.
And I honestly, I understand why, because, you know, the reason why I didn't sign up for Fanfare is because there was no dead set that developers were going to be there and to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's why you go.
And that's why most of us go. Yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, it's cool to hang out with other players, but
For me, it's expensive to travel down there. So had it been local, hell yeah, I would have gone. I would have signed up.
I still say to put the thing, you know, screw this Las Vegas crap. I mean, it's expensive even to be there, let alone fly there and then all the other stuff that you're going to end up doing. Go to somewhere a little bit less expensive and more centralized to the United States.
Like Raleigh.
No, I was thinking more of like I was thinking more along the lines of like Kansas City, somewhere centralized. You know, somewhere a little bit more central. That way.
Indianapolis,
just somewhere more central.
Denver.
I mean, we could probably even go a little bit more north, you know,
Chicago.
Minneapolis or something like that. That way it encompasses Canada as well. So it's just something a little bit more central for everybody to be a part of it. And
Different
plus, it'll be a
venues.
lot cheaper for a lot of us too, you know, especially if you're flying from overseas to get here.
I know.
Because they
we
put it
should,
close
we
to
should,
their headquarters. They don't care about the rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should
Or
go
better
to
yet-
Detroit. Bring them some money. Detroit.
Georgia. No,
Yeah,
no,
Georgia.
no, actually, yeah, Georgia.
I would. No, I
In
hope.
the
Atlanta,
summer?
Georgia.
No.
Where?
Now I hope when Daybreak does for the next event, they do. I hope they take it to New Orleans.
Well, I'm thinking
would
of
be so
Atlanta,
much fun.
Georgia, because it's a major
Atlanta,
hub.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
it
major
is.
hub for
Transportation hub,
airplanes.
yeah.
And trust me, when you're flying from overseas, you go from overseas straight to Georgia. There's no, having to take hops to get to other places. If you do it right there in Atlanta, Georgia, every flight will go through Georgia.
Now Winkle says London.
Georgia or JFK.
London.
That would be
Some
fun.
of us has to get green cards and passports and all that mess.
Yeah.
It sucks.
My passport's ready to go.
Mine's not. I haven't redone mine, so
Oh, so guys, we got 5 minutes. I got a hard stop. I got to go.
Right.
I have to go pick up my kids at the local community center. So before we go, though, I give everybody out here in chat and here on our panel chance to talk about any building issues you guys are encountering. Is there any
the
building
biggest-
related stuff that we haven't mentioned that we need to mention?
well, I think I've already mentioned it, which was the when you copy a selection, you go to paste it. A lot of times, the air voxels will show us solids as in its pasted volume. I'm hoping that it will be corrected with this next patch. Outside of it, that's pretty much the big thing that I can think of off the top of my head.
Lousy, you got,
Ember Cup. And that's not a building, except that it's
but
very
it's
rare
affecting.
to find them.
Yeah. And
I have
and-
my entire guild out searching for Ember Cups right now. And
it's not
having-
available in Player
Well-
Studio either, or I mean in the marketplace.
The
Right?
It's
question-
just so little of them out there is the main problem. That that their spawn time is so long, even with the bounces, that you're waiting 2 days for them to reappear, and there's only like 4 or 5 caves per island that you'll find them in. So it's making them more and more rare because of how they're not spawning.
The biggest thing that I see with that is we need an answer on why did they change it from jute?
Yeah, that first.
We all bought so much jute to make rope, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's
And then they
I'm
changed it.
sitting on a mountain of jute, which I bought to
too.
make rope.
Me
The
too.
day rope came out, I was going to rig my ship, and yeah. Yeah,
Now
so-
you're stuck with a bunch of jute that is pretty much worthless that you can't
it
do
is-
nothing
and
with.
since no one has purchased Ember Cup because it's not available in the marketplace, they still have an opportunity to switch that recipe back without impacting anybody.
Yep.
So I would throw that out as a hot button for me.
And well, that's exactly.
Trelawnus is saying, please fix the darn bauble switching off when traversing claims.
Oh,
I'm not
please.
really. I haven't experienced it once while working on the fleet thing.
It happens every once in a while.
Always on your claims, Tema.
Always on my claims.
I
I
still
look across the claim line and boom, drop down.
I still do Control X and go down, and I still click through the tweak arrows into other props. So I don't know. Those were 2 things that were supposed to be fixed, but I don't
Okay.
really notice the change. And
Shitari is saying, when I click a texture I am using to open the palette, it does not open the palette to that texture in that palette list, but goes to a random texture page or to the last one used. I've also seen it where if I scroll down and I select a texture, it selects it, but it goes all the way
Doesn't
back
like
up
it.
to the top of the list.
yep, the list resetting is a big issue. Especially I did that with props. It happened to me a bunch placing props too. So it's not just the texture palette; it's
It does
also
it in
the
your
prop
inventory
palette.
also.
Yeah.
Major UI. Hopefully that will come with the major UI update
Oh, God, I hope
at some
so.
point in time in the future.
Trelawnus, is that still happening to you? I mean, like this week, you're encountering that? 12-second delay.
Yeah. You're saying
I'm
you
going to
worked on
assume
50
yes because
bill.
it happens on mine, Geo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
We got another problem. The dirty grass textures have different displays when they render for the first time. When I set a voxel on top, they change to a more accurate version of themselves. It makes no sense.
That's the LOD different textures.
There's
I
three.
think
There's
it's
three
just the
different
render thing.
texture icons for the materials. There's the close up, medium, and then far. So and that may be related to that.
Possibility.
It's happening every day. Okay, thanks, Trelawnist.
Cool beans. See, that's
Well-
that is getting the information out and actually, working to try to get a resolution
Yeah.
other than
Control Z and falling through the world, which is something that I can do when I'm building a claim. I took a video of it, actually, risking my computer for you guys.
Dude, make sure you get that fire extinguisher next to you.
Yeah, well, that's
When you have the fire department visiting
every
your,
time I seem to be
your hooch.
risking my computer. Let me find the link because I made a video of me falling through the
Well,
world.
actually, I fell through the world for the first time today in a very long time.
Wow.
I
So-
haven't fallen through the world because I don't put myself in the position to do so.
Oh well, place
you don't leave your
place
claim.
down a claim, place down a claim, move to the lowest part of it, and then do a Control Z and undo, and you fall through the world. And I've landed in caves underneath me because of doing that. And I took this is the video. I just posted it into the chat. But I can do it every time in certain spots on my claims where I'm placing something and then undo it and then fall right through.
Okay.
That's not a good button.
Let's go ahead and do the wrap up there, George.
Yeah, man. So great week coming up. We've got a workshop show. I assume on Thursday.
They
Have
said,
they
so.
said yes or no? They said anything?
They did last week. They said we'll see you next week. So
Okay.
hopefully-
All right. Very good. Very good. So stay
Workshop.
tuned for.
Thank you.
Make sure you don't miss that. And tomorrow we have Let's Talk Landmark episode 36 on Tinma's channel.
Evens.
Even-
Talk about the-
Beds.
Talk about the update.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. It's now that downtime's 4 hours for that update.
Yes.
Yeah,
that right?
starts
Okay.
right
Approximately,
after
it says.
morning brew.
And we'll be doing the morning brew tomorrow and every morning the rest of the week, every week.
And
Except
following
for
up with-
July 4th. Well, it's on a Saturday. So July
Okay.
3rd we're doing the military tour. So if you get your military builds out there, get them in place, make sure you tag them and we'll come look at them. For sure.
and be following up George with my show, and kind of as usual. My best friend did come down from Minnesota,
Excellent.
so I will be making a trip over to see him. So time frame for my show at one of the days this week is going to be variant.
Fair enough.
Well,
It may be a
tomorrow
little
you won't-
late.
Yeah. Tomorrow you won't be streaming because of the patch.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be
So.
patch day.
So go see your friend tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we will. Tomorrow night we will, but not during the day.
And
So
I've got
yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Okay, and I've got a swim meet tomorrow night, so I may be a few minutes late.
Nothing
George,
there, Gio.
what is up with you and that synchronized swimming? I just it disturbs
Have you
me
seen-
just to think that
Have-
those hairy
Have you
legs of
seen Gio's
yours
legs
are
with
sitting
hands?
out of the water doing
No,
this.
Have you seen the North Korean chicks do the synchronized swimming? Holy crap! Anyway, I digress. Everybody, be good. Be good. Thanks for tuning in.
Geo in a shower cap.
And with that, where's
There's some
Dyfin?
images that just don't
Where's
fit.
Dyfin in his soundboard? Oh my God!
Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks everybody. Be good. Go out there and build something.
See
There you
tomorrow.
guys.
We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. And where's that button? Wait, just lost my mouse. Where
No
is it?
button.
What? No. Right. That's it. All off now.
Oh, God.
Cheers.